What a benefit and consequence of boundary in relationship. Hello and welcome back to our channel. Have you ever felt like you're constantly being taken advantage of in your relationships? Or maybe you find yourself feeling overwhelmed and drained because you're always putting other people's needs before your own. If so, then you're in the right place. Today, we're going to talk about the importance of setting boundaries in relationships and the benefits and consequences that come with it. So, sit back, relax, and let's dive in. While boundaries can be uncomfortable to set and maintain, they are crucial for maintaining healthy relationships. Boundaries are a fundamental part of maintaining healthy relationships, but they can often be a tricky subject to navigate. Setting boundaries can be a difficult task, particularly when we fear that it might negatively impact our relationship with our partner. However, not having boundaries can lead to several negative consequences, such as feeling taken advantage of, emotional burnout, and even resentment. In my own experience, I've struggled with setting boundaries in relationships. It's not always easy to know where to draw the line, and sometimes it feels like setting boundaries is the same as being selfish. But the truth is, having healthy boundaries is essential for any relationship to thrive. Boundaries are essential for healthy relationships as they create a sense of safety and respect. They help define what is acceptable behavior and what is not, promoting honesty and trust. Misconception: boundaries are only necessary in romantic relationships. Fact: boundaries are important in all types of relationships, including friendships, family, and work. They help to establish and maintain healthy relationships by clarifying expectations, preferences, and needs. Misconception: setting boundaries is selfish. Fact: setting boundaries is an act of self-care that allows individuals to prioritize their needs, values, and emotions. It also promotes mutual respect and healthy communication in relationships. Boundaries are essential in any relationship, be it romantic or platonic, as they create a safe and healthy space for both individuals. Setting boundaries involves establishing limits on behavior, such as what is and isn't acceptable in terms of communication, personal space, and time. When both parties respect each other's boundaries, it can lead to increased trust, honesty, and intimacy in the relationship. However, if boundaries are not established or respected, it can lead to misunderstandings, arguments, and even toxic behaviors. Let's move on to step-by-step guide. Step 1. Identify your personal boundaries. Take some time to reflect on your values, needs, and limits in a relationship. Make a list of what you are and are not comfortable with in terms of physical touch, emotional sharing, and communication. Step 2. Communicate your boundaries clearly. Share your boundaries with your partner in a clear and direct manner. Use I statements to express your needs and feelings rather than making accusations or blaming. Be open to compromise and negotiation, but also be firm about your non-negotiable boundaries. Step 3. Respect your partner's boundaries. Just as you have your own boundaries, your partner will have their own as well. Make an effort to understand and respect their limits, even if they differ from your own. Avoid pressuring or manipulating your partner into crossing their boundaries. Step 4. Continually reassess and adjust boundaries. Boundaries can change over time as you and your partner grow and evolve as individuals. Regularly check in with each other to ensure that your boundaries are still aligned and working for both of you. Be willing to adjust your boundaries as needed, while still remaining true to your values and needs. Step 5. Seek outside help if needed. If you or your partner are struggling to establish or respect boundaries, consider seeking outside help from a therapist or relationship counselor. A neutral third party can help facilitate communication and provide guidance on healthy boundary setting practices. Remember, setting and respecting boundaries in a relationship is an ongoing process that requires open communication, empathy, and mutual respect. It's not always easy, but it's an essential aspect of building a healthy and fulfilling partnership. In the context of setting boundaries in relationships, let's take the example of a couple, Jane and John. Jane feels that John often crosses the line by checking her phone, demanding her whereabouts and not respecting her personal space. Jane finally decides to set boundaries by telling John that she needs her privacy and some personal space. Initially, John feels hurt and takes it personally, but with time he begins to understand why Jane needed to establish these boundaries. Eventually, John learns to respect Jane's boundaries and the relationship becomes stronger as a result. Imagine this: you're in a relationship with someone who constantly crosses your boundaries. Maybe they're always checking your phone without your permission or insisting on spending every moment of their free time with you. At first, you try to brush it off, thinking it's just a sign of their affection. But as time goes on, you start to feel suffocated and overwhelmed. You begin to realize that without proper boundaries, your relationship is becoming toxic and unsustainable. Counter-argument: but isn't setting boundaries in a relationship selfish? Response: It's understandable to think that setting boundaries might come across as selfish, but in reality, it's the complete opposite. Boundaries actually help promote healthy relationships, which are built on trust, respect, and communication. When both partners have clear boundaries, it ensures that each person's needs are being met and that there is no overstepping of boundaries. This helps create a sense of safety and security in the relationship, which ultimately leads to a stronger, happier partnership. Additionally, setting boundaries is not about being selfish, but rather about taking care of yourself and your own needs. By having healthy boundaries, you are ensuring that you are not compromising your own values or sacrificing your own happiness for the sake of the relationship. In the end, this benefits both partners because it allows each person to be their true self and bring their best self to the relationship. That concludes our video on the benefits and consequences of setting boundaries in relationships. We hope that you found this information helpful and that you will apply it to your own relationships. Remember that setting boundaries can be difficult, but it is an essential part of maintaining healthy relationships. We encourage you to share this video with others who may find it helpful and to continue learning and growing with our channel. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to be notified of our future videos. Thank you for watching.